Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Surviving Minecraft. And it is raining purple particles. Actually, I was sitting here because I realized my armor actually matches the stairs pretty good. I like that. Here's the purple. I like that staircase. But anyways, today we are working on expanding our AE system. Finally. Oh, I'm so happy about this. So first of all, we're going to have to craft up some dense cable. Dense. I'm just going to craft up about half a stack of it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to have to work on automation as we go. So we'll let that craft up. So first, what do I want to talk about? Well, as you remember, there's an ME controller right here. And the ME controller has the ability to output 32 channels per corner. Okay? Now we're going to actually have to be popping these off, but I was just going to do it and then I realized, no, it's auto crafting. I really shouldn't do that. Right now we're using smart cable on the 4 corners. Smart cable can only handle 8 channels at a time. So we're only utilizing a quarter of each of the sides of the controller. I want to be able to utilize all 32 per side. So that's where the dense cable comes in. Now I've been trying to plan out how I want to route this. And the way I'm looking at it right now, this side here, which right now is going over to storage and our, I forget the name, the quantum link chamber, will be combined with this side over here, which goes to our auto crafting. We should be able to handle that no problem. Let's see, I should have some dense cable. Perfect. So I guess we're going to have to take a look at doing that first so that we can hold the auto crafting in place still. No. We really have to look at automating stuff over here first, I think. So unfortunately this is going to rip up the floor, but it is what it is. Some of that went up on top. And I'm going to have to think about this because this is going to get interesting. Let's just run what we have here for now. You can see it's much beefier than your regular cable. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it. Actually, I don't have to drop it down like that, do I? No, this should work. Come on now. You know you want to connect. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to update. There we go. So now you can see we have 4 of 32 channels being used. And we've got 4 channels over here, which is what we had. Perfect. So what's the benefit of this? Well, we've got our 4 channels coming out of here, which we can handle. And remember, only when you pull regular cables out of here, you're still limited by 8 here. So if we drop another cable down here, we can head off in another direction, and we can take 8 going this way, and then 8 going this way, which is what we're going to want to do. One of the first things we're going to have to do, I'm going to figure out where I want to put this, is we have to automate this guy, because we need to be able to automate the production. Where are all the other things? I guess they're not. Well, maybe I did pick them all up. We need to be able to automate the crystal growth accelerators for, let's see. I'm trying to remember how I want to do this. But we need to be able to drop, yeah, I can break that. We need to be able to drop things in there in order to craft things. And we also need to be able to automate this machinery row here. Nope. The reactor just came on. So let's see. We're going to have to put some sort of an an import of some sort on the bottom. And then we're going to have to drop it on top. And for that, I'm going to use an open crate from Britannia. And actually, I think we're going to use the rear cable. Oh, yeah. We're actually going to use the rear cabling from going out the back here, because there's only 4 channels in use, and I should be able to do this with 3 channels at the most, so it should fit there. So we are going to need another ME interface. So I'm just going to craft one up for now. Let it go. Oh, it's already done. Might as well grab it. Which is going to go like that. And I need to be able to see. We're going to have to go this way. We want it to push that way, because we're going to put the Britannia crate right in front of it. There we go. So let me see if wiring this up. Oh yeah, we can just run cable up like this. This should come online, and that should go to five channels. So we've got an ME interface. Good. Oop, oop. So now we have somewhere to put our reactors off, to put our patterns. And I did not mean to fall there. Yep, because we got 5 channels of 32. Perfect. So let me go over to the Britannia area. I'm going to craft up that open crate, or whatever it's called. I think it's an open crate. All it is just living wood. It's really simple. And I also got to figure out what I want to do for the bottom here. I have to move this energy acceptor. So I'll be back in just a bit. Alright, so I think I've got this all figured out now. At least how I want it to be. So we've got our water, and what I've got is a transfer node underneath there. And what we're going to put in there is we're going to filter what we want to craft, but only the final thing. Because normally a world interaction upgrade, will have it pick up anything that it touches. We only want certain things to be picked up. In fact, we're going to have to craft another one of these. I need 1 charged Certus quartz. Thank you. I'm going to need 1 redstone. Thank you. And we'll just toss them in there quick. It'll create those guys. And we are going to put, first of all, this in our filter, because we want it to be able to craft Fluix crystals. And there will be more that we put into there. Because we're going to need, let's see, do I have the other pure ones? Oh, I do. Got 1 pure of that and 1 pure of that. I think those are the 3 things that we're going to want crafted. So we're going to put 1 of these in, 1 of these in. Perfect. So we'll put in the world interaction upgrade, and we'll put in the item filter. So here's how this will work. If you throw, this in there, nothing's going to happen. See? Stays in there. If I throw a pure Certus quartz in there, it gets sucked up right away. Okay? And actually what it does is it goes into the ME interface, because that's all I have sitting here. Now we're going to want to hook this up. Remember, these guys here are only being hooked up to the energy acceptor to run this. So we actually have to hook it up into the network. You know what? Somebody does not quite... Oh, wait. No. I do have enough. I'm just not doing this how I wanted to do it. Because I wanted to cable anchor it right there. So that way I could come straight down. And should be able to come straight over. And now this one should come online. So we should go up to 6 channels. Now why are you getting power? Oh, I bet you the level or this guy is actually powering through there. So we're gonna have to put it up there. It's okay. No big deal. So now they should be off. Okay, good. And we have 6, right? Yep, 6 channels on. Perfect. So everything here is working. So what we're going to want to do now is we're going to want to put in this open crate, which is what we were going to put. And what the open crate does is any item that gets put into there gets dropped straight down. Okay? And it'll go into the water. It'll work out perfect. Then we'll probably put glass around here. There's glass in here. Let me just grab 3 pieces of this glass so that I can block that off, and then there's no worry about any items getting dropped in there. Perfect. So if we have that set up correctly, we should be able to make a pattern. I am going to have to craft one more charged Certus quartz here to make this pattern. So we're going to go into a processing pattern instead of a crafting pattern. And if you remember what it is, there should be a charged Certus quartz in here. So charged Certus quartz plus redstone plus nether quartz gives us 2 Fluix crystals. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to come back in here, and we're going to go inside of this ME interface, and we are going to stick this pattern in here. Okay? Sometimes I can't get through that door. So now we should have the option down here to craft Fluix crystals. So if I tell it to craft 2 Fluix crystals, oh, it should not have given me that. Yeah, so it doesn't know what it's doing here. Probably gonna have to break this quick too. So let me grab that. Did I get... So I got charged Certus quartz, I got the redstone. So where did the nether quartz go? That's my question. So let's just try it again. I want to see how it functions. So if I tell it 2, no crafting CPUs available. Cancel. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's craft 2. Start. Now we should see items going in there. Oh, okay, so it needs the adjacent inventory, I think. One, two. I've taken this out because I want to try it once more. I want to make sure, I want to see what it collects. So let's cancel it. Let's try it one more time. So this should work in theory. I probably should be just tossing that in there. So let's put the open crate back down again. So we got a charged Certus quartz, we've got a redstone. So it is not dropping Certus quartz. So what did I do wrong? with my crafting? That is my question. It's like it's not getting to it. Let me see if I can figure this out. Alright, okay, so I think I know what was happening, and we're going to try it here quick. If it works, I will explain what happened. Let's try it. Crafting. Done. Yep. So, the open crate does not have an internal inventory. So what was happening was the ME interface was trying to put too many items in at once. It would have all 3 of them there. It would only get 2 of them into here before that 3rd item, which happened to be the Certus quartz, would get pulled back into the system because it's in the ME interface inventory. So by putting a hopper here, it evens it out and it allows it to go into the open crate. So I'm glad we got that figured out. The last thing we need to do, let me see here. Is we need to teach it how to make, well, 2 things it's going to need to know how to make. It's going to need to know how to make seeds for pure Certus quartz, or pure Fluix crystals. So now that I've got, let's see here. So I needed to know that, and we're going to have to go back to crafting. 1 Fluix dust plus 1 sand equals 2 Fluix seeds. And that is going to go into one of the crafting title or crafters here. Right here. And then what it's going to need to know, I thought you could craft that. Well, it doesn't matter. I can tell it to craft now. Oh, haha. I didn't actually have it in the inventory. That's why I couldn't craft it. Start. So there should be a pair of seeds in there. Perfect. So what we need to tell it now is that, no. Back to here. 2 of those equals 2 of those. Craft. And we can throw it into, I don't know if I can get it. There we go. So now I don't know how to do those guys. But here's the thing. We need the crystal growth accelerators to turn on. And they need to know when to turn on. So I think I found a way to do this. I'm going to need a little bit more Fluix cable, though. We're missing 2 dust. See, we need to be able to craft that. I do have 2 Fluix crystals in there, though. And my inventory is slowly filling up quite quickly, which does not surprise me. Let's just start throwing stuff in there, because I'm not going to need those things anymore. I do need that. I don't need an annihilation plane. I'm not going to need those anymore. I'm going to need the cable, though. What are we trying to make? Oh, Fluix cable. Give me 8 of them, since it makes 4 at a time. Yes. Should be right in here. Here it comes, 4, and should probably throw some upgrades in there so they craft a little faster, but not a big deal. Oh. It's trying to craft those guys. Well, in that case, we need to quick throw it some power here. Let me fire those guys up. for temporary purposes. So I shouldn't have put that in there yet. Okay, so it actually worked already, I'm assuming. Except it's not showing that it has a crafting job anymore. Interesting. Is there 2 fluorix crystals in here? No. I'm not actually sure what's going on. Well, let's try and hook up what we have here. So I need to take... No, I need to come over here. Yeah. And what I need to do... I need to bring cable here, cable here. And I need to put on this level emitter, like so. No, I don't want to do you. And I want this to be active with signal, like so. Okay, now this guy, I'm going to put in this crafting card. And I only want the signal to be on while an item is crafting. Well, you can guess what we're going to have that set at. Oh. The Certus quartz. Now it should have crafted those pure Certus quartz, I thought. Must not have. Do we have any Certus quartz dust? We do. Oh, well in that case, we can craft a pair of seeds. Oh, no. A pair of seeds quick. Start. There we go. Yeah. We'll just throw those in there. And, I guess it placed there. And I'm actually going to take you off for now. Oh, no, I didn't need to do that. Darn it. I'll just go here. Sometimes inventory tweaks is really horrible. Active without signal. So let's fire it up. No, you are not supposed to grab that. So we'll know that our sorting system at least works. If we get Certus quartz to show up in here. So that's what we're watching for right now. Ooh, I do have some acceleration cards in here. Nice. So we're watching this right here. No, we're watching that. See, now it just shifted. Okay, so our sorting system is working because we are getting pure fluorix crystal. Awesome. So we want, while this item is crafting, we want the signal to come on. So now for the final test. Does it all work? Device offline. Perfect. So we want it to craft pure Certus quartz, right? So it's going to craft this, it's going to craft these. So let it go. So it crafted the seeds, now it's crafting those things. Those are active, which means it is crafting. Let's put this back in. We're going to watch this. And if it works, we should have 2 of them show up, and those guys should shut down. And then I may have to put some blocks around there to make sure that I don't grab stuff while I'm walking past, especially if I have my magnet on, because that would not be good. But if this works, and I'm going to be really happy if this works, because this took a little bit of thinking to get it to figure it out. I'm going to start doing the rest of the system, but I'm going to start doing it off camera so that this episode doesn't become extremely long, and then I'll come back and show you guys how I set everything up. Because all it's going to be is like ME interfaces going into some of the machines, some storage buses over here, and just a little bit of cable management. Not a real difficult thing to do. Pure. Still looks like it's crafting it. I always forget how long it takes to craft the darn things. Oh, I still have 2 seeds on me, don't I? Oh, did I pick these up? I must have picked them up when I went past. That's what it's waiting for. Oops. I did get too close. Yeah, we definitely have to do something about that. I've got this glass here. I'm probably going to just drop the glass down right on top of here. Yeah, because I can't seem to get to the items from the top side here, which is good. The bottom is still possible, but I'm not going to the bottom very often. So now is it working? I'm glad I saw those seeds because I would have been waiting for a while. There we go. And they shut off. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to start running some more cable. Now that we've got that set up, it can auto-craft the pure Certus quartz, which is important because my Fluix cable is required for the dense cable, and I have it set up to use the pure Certus quartz or the pure Fluix crystals instead of the regular Fluix crystals, so that it gets more out of it. Because you get, once you make one of these, then it crafts 2 of those. It works out in the end better. So the first thing we're probably gonna have to do is set one up for here, and I should just double check. Okay, there's nothing on the back of them, so we'll probably just stick some ME interfaces on the back here. Run some cabling. Should be pretty standard, it's pretty straightforward. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Why is it always storming when I want to record? So I'm wrapping things up here, and actually want to show you guys what I did back here. So I did wire up. I got the alloy smelter, one of them. The second one will have to go somewhere along here. The sag mill, as well as the fluid transposer and the magma crucible, which will be important in later dates. Wired in. I used a cable anchor here to separate these 2 networks, if you will. Well, they're the same network, but to separate out the 2 portions of it, basically. So what I have going on here, and it's not perfect, this is the one that's headed towards that area. So it's got the machines on it, as well as it's going to have this storage on here. And I actually wanted to start placing these. Oh, I suppose it's not... I'm not considered to be close enough. Is that what it is? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And there should be 1 extra. Perfect. And I want to do it right here. Oh, I don't actually need to remove that one. I was thinking I did. So let's just bring this over here. Connect it in. We should go 7 channels here. Just gotta be careful. We've got 5 over here, so we've got a couple more to work with over there. But this should go 7. There we go. 6. That's what I meant. There's 6 barrels. For some reason I was thinking there was 7. Which also means that I have just enough cable facades to cover this up so that it doesn't look any different than how it was. Just like that. But here's the cool part. Stone, sand, gravel, glass, stone brick, all available now. Whoa, what's flipping out here? Oh, cobblestone. Because the cobblestone's bouncing because I'm still sending it over here. Well, that could be a problem. Because I have a feeling if I put this in here, it's going to send it over there and go into this system. Well, I'm not going to let that run forever. So at some point we're going to shut it down. Just wasn't sure when at the moment. But these guys are working. I have 2 recipes in here to make nether quartz dust and fluix dust, which means pretty much everything with the ME system is completely automated because it can make them make the seeds now. So if I go down here and I look, you'll see pure fluix crystal. So it's going to have to craft one of these fluix dust, all right? So if I go start, it's going to drop the things in there because I just saw it charge the Certus quartz. It will send it over here. Now you can see it there. And the important thing with these guys, when you configure them, I have it so that they're pushing out the back, the output. So after it's crafted, it's put back into the ME interface on the back and sent over here. And just like that, once it, well, actually it's going to take a little bit to craft those up because it's growing them. So if you look here, all that's left is crafting here. And I'm not sure why this is sitting as crafting still. I'm not sure. But it is all working. Oh, I know why, because in order to craft it, 2 pure Certus quartz comes from 1 fluix crystal. And you make 2 fluix crystals at one time, so that one that's still in here, it's listed in here, was extra crafted, but it's still listed as stored because it goes into the process. So with that, guys, all I have to do is start putting some more recipes in here, which is something that I will do pretty soon. What we are going to have to do is set this up so that there's one of these is just for furnace, and one of them is only for alloys, and we'll put them side by side probably, or maybe I'll put one right there. We could probably put one there. No, we can't. There's power cable there. I was wondering why that was so easy to break. We're running out of machine space. Well, I guess this guy should actually be moved into here. And we still gotta wire up this room. By the way, I've got, how does this work? Oh, what it's doing is this wireless transmitter is hooked up, I don't know if I showed this, to the digital miner out there. So I'll flip this lever on. These two don't apply right now. And you'll see some items start traveling. So you see it's mining. Flip the lever and it stops mining. I gotta be careful because I'm pretty much full here. And yes, it is pulling out these enhanced biomes ones, but the good thing is these guys can be used if I do here. Oh, now it's, wait, now it says that it works in here? But it wouldn't before. Let's grab, where's some of the iron? Here it is. Here we go. Mechanism, enrichment, purification, chemical injection. It all works for those guys. So we'll easily, yeah, it is showing it here that it works in there now. So they must have fixed that with Ender.io in one of the updates, because that was my problem before. So I don't have to worry about doing it that way anymore. Well, that's cool. You know where we used our special Steve's Factory Manager setup, where it would put them into a chest to realign the metadata? I don't have to worry about that anymore. So we've got AE figured out. We've got some of this auto crafting, or we've got the auto crafting, auto processing worked out now. We got cables run. All we got to do is put recipes in. I do have to run, like I said, a cable over to this room to hook into things a little bit so we can auto craft some of the mechanism stuff. But for the most part here, I'm happy with where we're at. So I guess this room is the next room we have to work on. We have to figure out our ore processing. We got to figure out our mechanism system. And you remember how we did that last time. So I may not put quite as much effort into the actual mechanism portion, because you guys have seen the machines from last season, and they really haven't changed a whole lot. They've changed some, but not a lot. But we're going to be doing something really cool with some of the stuff that the tree farm produced. So I'm really looking forward to that. Mine Factory loaded stuff is going to be awesome. So with that, guys, oh, you know what? I have not checked this in a long time. How many cactus do we have? Oh, we've got a lot. Ooh, well, plenty of cactus. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, take it easy.